Chapter 1. The Legend of Raven Shadow. In the heart of Raven Shadow, where the town's cobblestone streets twisted like ancient veins, a dark secret lingered, an ominous mansion, its silhouette etched against the mist-covered hills. Whispers of local legends curled through the air like tendrils of shadow, tales that spoke of the mansion's cursed past, where eerie disappearances and ghostly apparitions painted a macabre history on its walls. The townsfolk, wise and superstitious, knew to steer clear of the looming structure that stood as a silent sentinel on the outskirts. Yet, the allure of the unknown called to a group of friends, their curiosity eclipsing the ominous warnings that echoed in the whispers of the wind. Oblivious to the chilling breath of history that clung to Raven Shadow, they set forth toward the abandoned mansion, their footsteps muffled by the swirling mist. Unbeknownst to them, the very wind that tousled their hair carried with it a foreboding message, an ancient tale that the town dared not forget. The friends, entwined in the thrill of the adventure, remained oblivious to the spectral whispers that haunted the air around them, whispers that spoke of the darkness waiting to be unleashed within the mansion's forbidding walls.
Chapter 2. The Desolate Arrival. Bathed in the ethereal glow of the pale moonlight, the group of friends assembled at the edge of Raven Shadow, the town now a distant silhouette beneath the ominous hills. The atmosphere hung heavy with anticipation, the very air pulsating with an unspoken foreboding. The looming mansion, like a spectral sentinel, watched their approach with silent malevolence. As they stood before the creaking gate, the wind whispered through the gnarled branches, its haunting melody a prelude to the unknown. The front door, a gateway to the mysteries that lay within, groaned open as if beckoning the group forward. Reluctantly, they crossed the threshold, each step echoing in the desolate quiet that enveloped the mansion. Inside, the darkness was all-encompassing, swallowing their feeble attempts at illumination. The air clung to them like a shroud, thick with the weight of unsettling stillness. With each hesitant step, the legend of Raven Shadow seemed to breathe, the very walls pulsating with the forgotten tales of the past. Shadows danced in the corners, and the floorboards groaned beneath their weight, as if the mansion itself awakened to their presence. The friends, now enveloped in an atmosphere that transcended the ordinary, ventured further into the decrepit halls. Unbeknownst to them, the legends that once seemed distant and unreal became tangible whispers, threading through the silence like ghostly fingers, reaching out from the past to intertwine with the present.
Chapter 3. Whispers in the Shadows. In the suffocating embrace of the mansion's interior, the friends pressed on, their footsteps reverberating through the empty rooms like hushed echoes of the past. Strange whispers, disembodied and ethereal, slithered through the air, wrapping around their senses. The flickering beams of their flashlights cast feeble light on walls that seemed to hold secrets, as if the very foundation absorbed the chilling tales that clung to Raven Shadow. The friends discovered traces of the mansion's dark history in the form of aged portraits, tattered tapestries, and forgotten relics strewn across the decaying furniture. Each room unfolded like a chapter in a forbidden tome, revealing snippets of a story best left untold. The temperature plummeted, a cold breeze whispering through the cracks in the walls, as if the very mansion exhaled a breath of long-buried sorrow. As the group pressed on, drawn towards the heart of the mansion, an otherworldly presence thickened the air. Shadows seemed to dance with malicious intent, shifting and contorting in ways that defied the logic of the living. In the grand ballroom, an ancient mirror stood as a portal to an alternate reality. The friends, drawn like moths to the flame, stared into its murky depths, only to find twisted reflections that seemed to mock the very essence of their souls. Laughter, haunting and malevolent, echoed through the grand ballroom, rising from the depths of the mansion's tortured history. A candle, the only source of warmth in the desolate space, flickered and succumbed to an unseen force. Darkness enveloped them like a shroud, and the group's fear intensified as the spirits, dormant for years, awakened to the intrusion. With every breath, the friends felt the oppressive weight of the unseen, the mansion alive with the echoes of those who once called it home. As the tendrils of the supernatural tightened their grip, the friends found themselves entwined in a dance with forces beyond comprehension, their fates now intertwined with the malevolence that seeped from the very walls of Raven Shadow. Chapter 4. The Dance of Shadows. The grand ballroom, a cavernous space frozen in time, awaited the friends like a malevolent stage. Sinister shadows, unhinged from the constraints of reality, materialized on the walls, their contorted forms casting grotesque silhouettes that danced in macabre unison. Ghostly laughter, disembodied and chilling, reverberated through the air, a symphony of torment that threatened to shatter the very fabric of the friends' sanity. As the last ember of the extinguished candle faded, panic seized the group. Their flashlights flickered in the oppressive darkness, illuminating fleeting glimpses of the unholy spectacle unfolding around them. Fumbling in the shadows, the friends felt a presence, a malevolence that wrapped itself around them like a suffocating cloak. Footsteps, ominous and out of sync with their own, echoed through the grand halls. The air thickened with an eerie tension, each breath pregnant with the anticipation of unseen forces. The spirits, awakened by the intrusion, reveled in the terror that pulsed through the friends' veins, playing a twisted game with their very reality. Nightmares manifested in the darkness, their subconscious fears taking tangible form. Faces contorted with terror stared back at them from the shifting shadows, and the boundary between dream and reality blurred into a nightmarish tapestry. The friends, desperate to escape the unfolding nightmare, stumbled in disarray, their frantic movements a chaotic dance within the grand ballroom. In their frenzied attempt to flee, the friends discovered a hidden door, its outline barely visible in the dim light. A gateway to the foreboding unknown awaited them, concealed in the shadows of the mansion's history. With trepidation clawing at their hearts, they pushed through the door, finding themselves on a precipice that led to the depths of the mansion, a descent into the foreboding abyss of the basement. Chapter 5. The Labyrinth of Nightmares. The descent into the basement plunged the friends into a realm untouched by the warmth of daylight, an otherworldly chill gripping the narrow corridors like a spectral embrace. The air thickened with an invisible presence, each step resonating with a foreboding energy that wrapped itself around the group like a suffocating shroud. As they navigated the labyrinthine passages, the friends soon found themselves separated, each member becoming an unwitting protagonist in their own personal nightmare. Tormented whispers, haunting and indistinct, echoed through the winding corridors, the walls seemingly absorbing the anguish of bygone spirits. Ghostly apparitions materialized, flickering at the edge of peripheral vision, their ethereal forms leaving an indelible mark on the psyche of the intruders. The feeling of an unseen entity, malevolent and intangible, surrounded the friends like an ominous aura. Each shadow seemed to conceal a lurking presence, and the air pulsated with an energy that transcended the natural realm. The basement, a repository of the mansion's darkest secrets, became a theater for the supernatural, and the friends unwittingly became players in a macabre stage play, orchestrated by forces beyond comprehension. One by one, each member faced their darkest nightmares, the very fabric of their fears woven into the tapestry of the basement's malevolence. Shadows took on monstrous shapes, whispering insecurities and dredging up long-buried traumas. The boundaries between reality and nightmare blurred, and the friends found themselves ensnared in a psychological maze that mirrored the twisted history of Raven Shadow. As the mansion reveled in their fear, the separation between the living and the spectral became increasingly tenuous. The basement, like a spectral confessional, extracted the deepest fears from each member, leaving them vulnerable to the relentless torment of the supernatural. In the cold, damp corridors, the friends struggled to maintain their sanity, grappling with the realization that some secrets, once disturbed, could never be reburied. Thank you, dear viewers, for embarking on this chilling journey through the haunted halls of Raven Shadow. Your unwavering curiosity and engagement have brought life to the shadows, making this tale come alive. Each step into the unknown was made more memorable by your presence, and we appreciate the shared thrill of unraveling the mysteries within Raven Shadow's forsaken mansion. As we bid farewell to this spectral saga, your support remains etched in the very fabric of this narrative. Thank you for joining us on this spine-tingling adventure, a dance with the supernatural that transcended the boundaries of the living. Your comments, likes, and shared shivers have enriched the haunting atmosphere of Raven Shadow. We hope the echoes of this ghostly tale linger with you, leaving a mark on your own midnight musings. As Raven Shadow retreats into the shadows, we express our deepest gratitude for being fearless companions in this enigmatic journey. Until we meet again in the realm of the unknown, thank you for embracing the mysteries and sharing in the spectral whispers.